Hey, I want to talk about a new product that was just released by our friends over at Variant One, the Darkhorse. So a lot of you guys have heard me over the past 6 or 7 years talk about the original Darkhorse right here and what it was designed for, what it was used for. So the whole purpose behind this blade was to be a non-permissive blade, is to be able to get places where you probably shouldn't be going, or if you had to go into places that you couldn't bring a firearm in with you due to policies or whatnot, you at least had something that you could get in with you that wasn't a screwdriver or a Sharpie or a pen of some kind. So this was another great option to have for that. And that's where the whole premise came, was to be in a non-permissive environment and be, sneaky. So what was awesome about this blade, the original one, was just the curvature of how it sits on your body. I know you guys have all heard me talk about this. Some things it lacked: grip, but just the feel of it. It feels like there's not a lot of grip to it or anything like that, and there's no places to add grip. So this potentially, if your hands got wet from whatever substance, it's going to slip right out of your hand. Dave and Red corrected that with the new version right here. So this new version is made out of a monolithic slab of G10, so one solid piece and formed from one solid piece of G10. You can still see it's got the curvature to it. But now you actually have, I don't know, I'm not a knife guy. Sorry, don't kill me. You actually have grip here, or spots underneath the blade that you can actually grip the knife. And you've got at the bottom here, your hilt, you've got places that you can actually put 550 cord, I guess, if you wanted to, right there for a lanyard or some kind of wrap the handle if you wanted to. To me, I probably wouldn't do that. It kind of defeats the whole purpose. I'm trying to be as low pro as possible. But what I do like is now I actually have a grip. So if I'm hitting something solid, my finger is not coming off of this handle right here. Another thing that changed is the sheath. The old sheath that you guys saw, that you always saw me use, you could always see these tabs on the Velcro belt. It is what it is at that point with that design. It was just learning, growing pains, trying to figure things out, how to make things better, right? And that was my one hang-up, was always that, was I would wear a Velcro belt with it. Like if I know I'm going someplace that I can't carry a firearm, I'm always going to wear a Velcro belt, and I'd wear the Darkhorse blade. You could always just see these tabs there. And a lot of people, they're not going to notice that, especially security or wherever you are. If you lift up a shirt for whatever reason, they're like, oh, Velcro belt, okay, cool. But I always had that in my mind, that it's a different kind of Velcro. I personally would question why there's a different Velcro on your Velcro belt. So with this new setup, there's 3 different ways that you can actually mount this now. This new sheath, phenomenal. This thing is great. It's got a little plastic or Kydex or something on the inside, so it slides in real nice and easy. It's got the male end for hook and pile right here on both sides. So this will literally just Velcro to your belt. Now, you don't show anything at all. Right? So that's probably the coolest thing with this, is this new sheath. Just for how minimal it is, and you really cannot tell that it's anywhere. Second option they have is the old school way with the original Darkhorse that I did there, is you can take, they provide hook and pile tape to the inside, put on the inside of your leather belt if you want, or whatever belt you're using. Another method is this system right here. Again, they provide hook and pile tape. You can put some on this right here, put it on the inside of your belt, and then stick it right to this while it's hooked on your belt. So those are 3 different options. I always like carrying with a Velcro belt, or a belt that has 0 metal on it, for the reason that the whole point behind this right here is to be able to get places you're not supposed to go, right? I'm not going to go deep into it, but that's the whole premise behind this blade, is to be able to get places you're not supposed to go. So why, in my opinion, I'm never going to use this, no offense to Dave, but I'm never going to use this because, again, I'm showcasing that I have something underneath my belt. And if you go through a metal detector for whatever reason and say your pants or something goes off and you have to lift up your shirt, again, like depending on where you go, they might question why you have that extra Velcro there. So to me, the whole purpose behind this is to not even have to worry about that point. So why would I use a belt that has a metal belt buckle, has a metal ratcheting system or something like that, where if I can just do a Velcro belt and just Velcro this right to the belt, now I have no issues. So like I said, in the past, what I would do is, this is a 2-belt system. So when I was at work, I'd have this belt on underneath, and then I'd have, well, not this, but I'd have a low pro belt system that would Velcro to this. Okay, we got to go inside this venue. I would take off my outer belt, but guess what I still had on me? I had my inner belt with the Darkhorse on me, but I didn't have to do anything special. All I had to do was just take my outer belt off, throw it in the truck, and then just walk into the venue and not even have to think about it. Didn't have to fiddle with anything, didn't have to mess with anything, just walked right in. And that to me is the whole point behind this blade right here, is to be able to do that. So again, I think Dave and Red knocked it out of the park with this one. Like they did a stellar job. And I know this is like Red's baby. I mean, anytime, I mean, we'd sit there for hours, me and a few other buddies, and talk about this. So he really took into consideration everything that all of his homies and friends had to say to make it better. And then Dave actually took it, put it on program, and actually made it to where it is now. And I think this thing is light years better than the original one. So if you got any questions about the new Darkhorse blade by Variant 1, please, by all means, reach out to me, reach out to Dave at Variant 1, reach out to Red. If you got any questions at all. If not, jump on the Variant 1 website underneath specialties. Hit them up, grab one of these before you can, because last time these came out, they think they were gone in a couple days. So jump on the website, try and get one of these now. All right? Remember, if you can't be safe, be dangerous.